Afternoon and welcome once again to the Mayor's weekly press conference. It's July 12th and rather warm outside. It's about 91 degrees out there. It's projected to be the high today, and it's likely that right now, low of 71. Tomorrow we're going to see some PM thunderstorms with the high being again in the 90s, 90 degrees, low of 70. Friday, some scattered thunderstorms. 81 degrees and a low of 61. And then going into the weekend, it's looking more pleasant. It's going to be partly cloudy, high of 81 on Saturday, and full-on sun on Sunday with a high of 85. So not looking too bad in the upcoming days. A couple updates again for you when it comes to engineering and public works. As you're all probably aware, a lot of projects going on out there. McKinley Avenue extension, Stimson Avenue roundabout construction. The Stimson Avenue project is expected to open around July 21st. That slipped a little bit, but it was, because of battling with weather conditions and some other things. Contractor is going to continue to pour and install concrete throughout this week, the concrete pavement. Completing work inside the truck apron and then grading and storm line installation along McKinley Avenue. And again, McKinley Avenue is still scheduled to be completed by mid-August, and that's what the info that we're getting from the contractor that's working that site. West State Street and Lancaster Street signal upgrade. Some of you who are watching and have traversed through that area probably realized that we went from it being traffic signaled to having stop signs, four-way stop. We are putting the traffic signaling back in with some upgrades to that. Greenwich Electric is on site. They have been working on the poles and the signal placement on West State Street and Lancaster. The signal installation will take approximately 4 days to complete. And then there'll be some intermittent closures in that intersection to make that happen. North Congress Street sewer line project. Again, that project is still chugging along. York Paving will continue the sewer line installation the week of the 10th, so this week. And it's primarily at Pine Place and Ring Street. They'll also be completing some cleanup work behind 93 North Congress Street, and also some cleanup work at Pine Place. West Union Street Improvement Project. D.V. Weber, who is the contractor on that project, is doing some additional work this week. They're going to be doing some select sidewalk placement in front of 22 and 24 West Union, and expected to complete that work tomorrow. And then the contractor is going to be returning near the end of July for the two street lights to replace those, actually to move them closer to the curb, but also to make sure that we get that curb ramp in on the northwest corner of South Court and West Union, where there is no curb cut. So just to make sure people are aware of that, that is being corrected, that ADA element to where that, like I said, is taken care of. Highland Avenue has a closure. This is Highland Avenue just before Harding Street and through to the beginning of Woodward Street. It began on the 10th. It's going to run through tomorrow, the 13th, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Contract divers are going to be inspecting the remainder of the Highland Reservoir, which wasn't completed, but soon to do that. Some commission meetings that are coming up, as well as cancellations. The July Disabilities Commission meeting has been canceled, and therefore the next meeting is going to be August 16th at 5:30 at the Community Center, as usual. AMAC, the Athens Municipal Arts Commission, that they're meeting tonight, Wednesday the 12th, and that is open to the public. That again is at Arts West in the green room. For those of you who don't know where Arts West is, it's 132 West State Street. The next Shade Tree Commission meeting is going to be Thursday evening, July 13th. That's at 7 p.m. Shade Tree meets here in Council Chambers. And the last two items that I have, America in Bloom is working on the report card, a survey of the city of Athens when it comes to our attractiveness, when it comes to gardening projects, flowers throughout the city. A good example would be the median on East State Street down at the 33 interchanges, but also the plantings in front of the city building, plantings all over the place, our city gateways. They'll be looking at a lot of things. They're going to be going around and looking at a number of locations throughout the city, and some of it's not just the city, some of it was with Ohio University as well. That starts today. It started at 3:30, or will start at 3:30 today. I'll be meeting with them and discussing things as we vision enhancements or beautification through plantings to include native plantings throughout the city. It'll be a full day tomorrow, July 13th. It's inspections or tours start at 8:15 and run through 3:30 tomorrow. And then they stay until Friday. So the 14th, they'll be here until about noon. Again, looking at a number of the city buildings and with their recommendations that will come forward after they do their 3-day tour of Athens, we'll be getting something which will give us kind of a path forward in looking at different ways that we can beautify our surroundings with flowers, shrubs, perennials, as well as native plantings, which is one of the things that we requested that they give us recommendations on. Finally, and I'm going to need my glasses for this because I printed this stuff really, really small for some strange reason. Starting this Friday, July 14th, and running through July 22nd is, I believe it's the 13th annual Ohio Brew Week. So some of the things to kind of keep in mind, happenings around the city. The Rock and Roast is Friday, July 14th. That's at the OU Inn. The Appalachian Hellbetties, they have a bout which is going to take place on July 15th, 7 to 10 p.m. This is going to, let's see. It's the after party. The after party is at the Jackie O's Tap Room. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully I can get some guidance on this, that their bout is at the community center. It is at the community center. So that'll be happening in the basketball court area. Not sure if there's an admission to attend or not. Be prepared, but that'll be a real interesting bout. It's been a number of years since the Hellbetties have skated here in Athens. I think the last time I went and attended, I enjoy watching it. So anyone who wants to watch roller derby, please come out and attend. And I think worth noting the last couple items, there's a lot of things. I encourage you to go to Ohio Brew Week's website and you'll see the full schedule. I think you can also go to the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau website. They also have a link to download all the information about Brew Week. But two other big events, the Brewbarbecue, that is Friday, July 22nd, it's July 21st, 4 to 11 p.m. This is at the Athens Train Depot. And there's music, beer, and a lot of other things going on down there. So just come out and chill. The Wild Honeybees will be playing. And then finally, the big block closing, Court Street closing for the last call. And this is going to be Saturday, July 22nd. The last call goes from 12 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Street closing will actually occur earlier than that, so just be prepared that Court Street, we will see some closings. I believe it's from Washington all the way down to Carpenter Street for that particular closing. The stage will be oriented down on the north end near Brony's and Athens or Ohio Realty. But again, I think a great lineup for music for anyone who wants to enjoy some music, enjoy some craft beers, and just get out and enjoy another one of the interesting events that takes place during the summer months here in the great city of Athens, Ohio. Next week, we will be doing, again, a remote live broadcast. It's tentative, but we're looking to do it at West Union, where the new street improvement has taken place, sidewalk improvements. We'll likely be broadcasting from the south side of the street, kind of near Follett's, but you can't miss us when we're down there. We'll be down there live broadcasting. And again, it is contingent upon weather. If weather turns bad on us by the afternoon for the 2 o'clock live feed, then we will have to come up with a plan B, which may be back here in council chambers. But I enjoy doing these, getting out. We had a great one at Highland Park last week. Hopefully doing another one every other week as we move forward, or at least tentatively plan to do it every other week, to where we're broadcasting from some other location somewhere in the city, so that we're embedding ourselves within the public and hopefully getting more public input and questions, which we're open to do. That said, I hope that everyone has a safe rest of the week, a safe weekend, and hopefully you'll tune in next week. Take care.